These foods should have a warning label. Cigarettes have crazy warning labels. Look, there's a guy there with a respirator and this guy has a tracheostomy. It's gnarly. We know that cigarettes are harmful for your lungs. They cause cancer and all sorts of issues in humans. Well, we also know very clearly that these ultra-processed junk foods contribute to obesity, diabetes, cancer, dementia. So how come this doesn't have a warning label? There should absolutely be a warning label on the side of a Lay's package that says, this food contributes to obesity, diabetes, low libido, erectile dysfunction, dementia later in life, and a picture of someone getting dialysis, or a picture of someone having their foot amputated because they have diabetes and a bad infection. That should be on the side of a Lay's potato chip bag, just like it's on the side of a cigarette package.
How are you guys? I have a special guest. So let's go. I'm joined here with a special guest today, Mr. Sadiq Ameen, right here with me. He is a certified nutritionist and a personal trainer, certified from the American Council on Exercise. And he's been in this field for around 5 years, I would say, basically transforming people's life. So he's joined here today with me as a form base of this video. So how are you, brother?
All good, all good. Thank you so much for calling me here, Adnan.
Pleasure,
It's a
pleasure,
pleasure.
pleasure, pleasure. Same here. You in between. I just wanted to put to make it easy for the people who are watching this, I just wanted to put a situation in front of you. Like, example, I'm a person, I'm someone who can read English, basically, someone who can read labels. So I have entered a supermarket and I'm going for a packaged food. So what am I supposed to look in that food? Like, how am I supposed to read? How am I supposed to know whether it's healthy or not? Just basics.
Yeah. So to begin with, whenever you go to a supermarket, you take a packaged food, any packaged food. The basics that you need to understand is that you should not go with the front label. The front label is simply marketing. It has some very words that are very buzzy and that are purely for marketing, like gluten free, added vitamins, added minerals, and good for your gut. And all of these things are very surface level stuff. So please don't go with the front label that's there on the packet. Rather than that, you turn the packet around and see the minute details that are present in this. So by minute details, I don't mean with very complex jargons or something, but you should look at two things whenever you look at a food label. The first one is that you look at the table, the nutritional table that is mentioned behind. So the nutritional table gives you information about your macros, which are your protein, fats, and carbs. Most of the people know about this macronutrients.
Yeah.
So the more fiber, by the way, this nutritional label also has your macro and micronutrients as well, like your trace minerals, sodium, magnesium, and your fiber intake, and all of these things are also mentioned. So ideally, whenever you check a nutritional table in a package, it is very important that you see that those package has a proper amount of carbohydrates mentioned in them. So of those carbohydrates, they will some packages like the biscuit packets, they will also mention the sugar amount present in it. So let's say if it is mentioned 30 grams of carbohydrates, there will be a special mention for sugar below carbohydrates saying that 20 grams of carbohydrates is separately present. 20 grams of sugar, sorry, is present in this out of 30.
Added sugar.
Added sugar, basically, yeah. So along with that, you should also see how much of fiber content is there. Just in case they are claiming that this biscuit is rich in fiber, this biscuit does not shoot up or spike up your blood sugar levels, then it's definitely important for you to go ahead and check the fiber and the carbohydrate content of that particular food label. So this is the basic thing. Apart from this, if the food label has good amount of protein in it, let's say around for every 100 grams of nutrition that they are providing, if there is at least 5 to 10 grams of protein available in it, you can label it as a minimally a good kind of product. because not many products focus on protein when it comes to commercial, your junk, maybe your biscuits and chocolates and all of these things. But because of the social awareness nowadays, these products are being prepared with certain, guidelines in them. So you can always look for that. So that is one you need to understand. The other one, which is very, very important, even more than the table that I'm talking about, the nutrition table that I'm talking about, is the ingredient.
True.
So whenever a package is prepared, let's say for a biscuit packet or for a chips packet or for any other packaged food, uh, the ingredient list is mentioned in a way that is not very visible to the person who's trying to buy.
True, true.
But you are the one who should be very well aware that I need to take care of my health. Therefore, I need to take some time, maybe 5 minutes or 2 minutes, whatever time you need to spend extra, but read the ingredient list of that food. It's very, very important.
Right.
So here, when you look at the ingredient list, you will understand what that product is actually made of. And by a simple principle, if there are too many jargons in an ingredient list, you do not understand much of the ingredients present in that ingredient list, the more processed that food item is.
True, true.
So that's how you need to understand the ingredient list. In ingredient list, there will be mentions of certain protein items like mixed protein, casein protein is very commonly used.
Yeah.
Isolate pea protein is very commonly used nowadays. If you see in the past 5 6 years, people have become really aware about nutrition foods and nutrition labels. That's the reason why the companies are coming up with foods which are a little bit of polished, but at the same time they have certain amount of nutrition in them. So that is the time when these protein items are being added. So you might find some blends of protein like pea protein, isolate protein, like I said, which are really, there's no problem at all. But the hidden things that you need to understand is that sugars. Now, when we come to sugars, we mostly think that sugar is the only sugar that is present in our kitchen. The white sugar that we use for tea or coffee,
Refined.
that's not a form of sugar.
Yeah.
But when you see industrially, sugar, there are almost around 120 to 200 different types of sugars that are used in products. So if you are not aware of these things, you would not understand that these are the sugars that are actually mentioned. Sometimes the basic mention is the sugar that we consume. Other times there will be mentions of certain ingredients like maple syrup, invert syrup, high fructose corn syrup. So these, when a common man reads these labels, he does not understand those things because it's a jargon word to him. Because we are a nutritionist, we are coaches, we understand these things. But being aware of this nutrition label, what people can do, the viewers who are watching this video, they can basically go through, maybe search for industrially produced sugars that are there in different products. They can just search for that and they will get a huge list like invert syrup, sugar syrup, maple syrup, corn syrup. All these things do add to your extra calories, and these are very, very cheap form of sugars present in the market. One of the most cheapest form of sugar that is present in the market is maltodextrin. Maltodextrin, dextrose.
Simple carb.
Very simple carb, and it will cost a company maybe 25 pies or a 20 paisa kind of a thing for maybe 100, very, very cheap kind of a sugar that is available. So these are mostly used in your mass gainers, people who are really looking for sudden gain of mass and all of that, and gyms, especially the teenagers, when they go for these mass gainers, maltodextrin is the number one ingredient that is mentioned in these labels. So you need to look out for all these jargons and be aware of them. Simple thing, like I told, the simpler the ingredient list is, the better the food processing and the better the food is, the product is for you.
True.
So that's the basic formula that you need to understand.
So I have a question right now for you. For example, like if there are people who are, who just randomly go up and, pick up junk from the supermarket. We have a lot of people. Even I have been this type of person in the past. So these people who are transitioning from, eating junk to healthy foods, So what should they be looking like? What kind of foods should they be going for? As we said, we have set a base for reading the labels. So what could they like, advance in this, what could they, because the transitioning is not easy. Me myself, when you have these types of sugars and these types of, mixing too much ingredients in a packet, in a food, and you're consuming it on a regular basis. So you, at a certain point, I believe you get addicted to it. So my question is that people who are trying to transition from these type of junk food to healthy snacking, what can he or him, she or him, they can do? Like basically, what can be done? Any tips from your side?
Yeah, so definitely. See, what has happened in the past 5, 10 years in the market is that your very bad junk has been replaced from organic junk. That's the word I would use.
Hmm.
So if you are somebody who was having maybe a cake which was made out of maybe let's say a maltodextrin or maybe a sugar syrup which is industrially produced,
Hmm.
now what they have done is that they have increased the price of that product because the quality is a bit better, obviously because they are doing it organically. But even if they are mentioning jaggery in that product, it's just replacing your cravings. I mean, your item has changed, but your craving remains the same,
True, true.
right?
Yeah.
So if you were having a non-organic or a very junk kind of a cake previously, you just replace that thing with something organic, but it still has sugar.
True.
People talk a lot about the benefits of jaggery, the benefits of using pink salt, and all
Mhm.
of these things. They're definitely good for your health, but the good that they do to your health is very very minimal
Mhm.
because you're taking it in a very small quantity. One spoon of maybe a jaggery, it might have somewhere around, let's say, 20 mcg or a 15, 16 mcg kind of magnesium, or these are all very small
Yeah,
trace minerals
quality
that are.
time. Exactly.
So you are just taking 20, 15, or maybe a 200 mcg of a micronutrient, which is your magnesium or calcium or whatever it is. But for each spoon, you are consuming around 15 grams of sugar, 20 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
So sugar and jaggery are definitely good for you. But if you take in very high amounts, you take it as a replacement for your junk and you take it in a high amount, it does the same bad a non-organic or a non-junk food does to you.
True.
So apart from this, what I want people to understand is that the importance of fat is what needs to be understood.
Mhm.
People think that fat is something which is very evil. It increases your overall fat
True.
percentages.
Especially
But
in the Indian community, people are. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you in between. People are,
yeah, no,
very very much, concerned about fat, but they will not, mind eating sugar. They would be concerned about, consuming fat, but they would be like sugar. It's just normal thing, carbs and sugar, high dosage of it. So fat, yeah, that's what I wanted to continue with fat.
yeah. So, like you very rightly said, that sugars are the most adulterated food forms in the market. Fat is not, because fat does not come for cheap. It's not very economically
Mhm.
viable for a company to break down a fat and do 15, 20, 200, 300 different forms of it. So, fat is always pure and it is required for your body. The clients who come to me, especially female clients, Adnan,
Yeah.
I first try to help them clarify this doubt in their mind that fat is only for storing fat in your body and all of that.
Mhm.
What we need to understand is that fat helps for your metabolic function. It is a very essential ingredient which actually helps in your hormonal balances. Most of the women today have hormonal imbalances because
Mhm.
they've stopped having ghee.
Mhm.
They've stopped having the other fats like your almonds, your cashews, walnuts. These, at least on in a daily basis, even if you have a handful of them, it's very very helpful for your hormonal issues. People
Yeah.
have stopped eating fats, but they have increased the amount of sugar
Exactly.
through organic or through inorganic, whatever thing they are
Exactly.
going through.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you for that. Yeah, one more thing I just wanted to add here, like this is also a
yeah.
question from my side. As I told you, that people who are transitioning from junk to healthy, don't you think that it requires a strong willingness, also a mental strength to overcome this? Because you have been eating junk for a very long time, and then you're transitioning to healthy snacks, which are available in the market. Don't you think people require a lot of mental strength for this, psychologically, talking from that perspective, also the nutritional perspective which you have discussed, but I just wanted to shed some light on the psychological perspective too of this.
Yeah. So what I do with my clients and with people who contact me regarding the nutrition is that I first ask them to clean their environment. So the cleaner your environment is, the lesser your availability for junk food is. For example, you have junk lying on your kitchen table.
Yeah.
That's more accessible than a junk which is
In the market.
somewhere, let's say, on the third shelf of your kitchen cabinet,
Right, right.
versus the junk that is present right beside you when you are doing work from home at your table.
Yeah, true.
So the more accessible you keep these things to you, the more cravings you have. So the first thing I tell them, whenever you go to a supermarket, do not go without a list in your mind. Maybe you can type in your notes on your phone or something, so that you have a certain mindset. Okay, these are the things I need to purchase and get out of here.
Right.
Otherwise, you keep wandering in the aisles and sections in the store. You pick things which are really bad for you. So that is one thing. The other thing is clean your environment. Do not store a lot of junk in your kitchen cabinets. Do not keep junk very easily available for you on the dinner table or maybe at your work desk at your home. These three things will definitely help for a lot of people. I personally implemented these things in my life, and they have really helped. A lot of people will benefit from it.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank you for that. And then coming to the third part, I wanted to talk about the market right now. You are much aware about the nutritional aspect than I am. As we see in the market right now, we have a lot of so-called healthy snacks. Coming to the discussion of healthy snacks, because for example, I have transitioned from junk to buying healthy now, and I know that I have to read the labels in a specific way. I have to do my study, my research first. Everything is available on the internet, by the way. So things have just become easy right now. So now, जबकि मैं I'm going to buy in the market, there is another word I would say of healthy snacking, which I would say okay, a lot of people again fall into the trap because of lack of knowledge. That they just read the label and they be like, oh, you're healthy, so मैं ले लेता हूँ. But that is not the reality, because a lot of companies are still earning money on the name of healthy snacks, healthy drinks, healthy protein bars, or whatever it is, in a sense healthy. So, what is your take on this? What do you think a person who is transitioned and who is now aware that he has to buy healthy items instead of buying the Lay's chips, he has to buy something which is less less in oil and also has high protein, basically high protein chips. So what he should be looking, how can he not be scammed? Because recently I was I would say that recently I visited a store, and you cannot find something which is healthy and it is not healthy. This is my perspective, because I've been doing research and trying to understand. So, what is your take on this? What do you think a person should do?
See, like you said, there's a lot of confusion in the market. Firstly, the first point what I discussed in this video, the ingredient list is the marker for you to understand whether a snack is really healthy or not. Apart from this, if we compare, let's say I'll give you a basic example. If we take muesli for an example,
Muesli, yeah.
now you will find muesli which is sold by a commercial company in the market.
True.
You will find a muesli which a company claims to have organic substances in it, which is at a very medium price, not very costly, not too low kind of a price. That is there, and there is another brand which claims to have a completely very natural approach to their product making and all of that. So when we look at these three products, what one needs to do is compare the ingredient list that is present. So if you compare muesli A to muesli B, and you see that the ingredient list is much cleaner than the A muesli to B muesli, so the B muesli wins the game here. Okay, so that is one. And if somebody is claiming that they are giving you a higher quantity of something, some product, let's say muesli, they are giving 1 kilo muesli at a very lower cost, and you are falling for that because the price is a bit low on that. Please try to understand that when things get organic, they don't come for a low cost. That's the basic
Exactly.
thumb rule that you need to understand. A company which is using very pure kind of substances, like if I take one name of brand which is True Story,
True
a lot
story.
of people know. and True Story, Yoga Bar. These brands are very popular
I would say,
right now.
sorry for interrupting. I would say that people should also do a bit of brand research. मतलब ये brand क्या है? What is the vision? Basically the history of the particular brand which is selling you something. You should know about it, right? Okay, people should do their own research. People should see कि कितना transparent है ये brand with the public. Yeah, this is what I would like to add in this. If I'm wrong, correct me.
Yeah, definitely. See, when you go through the reviews and all online, also you would understand what the brand stands for, because
Yeah.
most of the brands they attach a proper video about their product, what kind of things are there, what kind of ingredients are there.
Yeah.
Especially in a company where like True Story, they provide the ingredient list at the front, like how we discussed at the back.
Yeah.
They provide they believe in that transparency, so they put the ingredient list at the front cover.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So the basic thumb rule to go with is that the expensive products or the products which are priced at a medium scale rather than a very low cost are actually the ones which are organic, and you need to go for them. And also please compare. Do not
Yeah.
just blindly
Yeah.
go into the market and think कि muesli लेना है तो कोई भी muesli चल जाएगा. Compare products and see which one is more organic, which one feels in terms of ingredients more organic to you. That one is the best product for you.
What's up guys? हम लोग अभी मॉल में हैं and you know we are going to the snack section of this mall जहाँ पे वीडियो का बेस सेट होता. तो we have got the theoretical knowledge, practical knowledge की बारी है अभी. Let's go inside. अजीब हाल है. हाँ, we grew up drinking this, all of this, लेकिन our grandparents they don't even know इसके नामा, इसके बारे में कुछ भी मालूम नहीं है. खरीबा थोड़ा सा. पहली चीज़ ये बोलना चाहूँगा कि द एम ऑफ दिस वीडियो इज़ नॉट टू किसी ब्रांड के बारे में हम बात नहीं कर. हेल्थ इज़ समथिंग ऑब्लिगेटरी फॉर एवरीबॉडी. आपको MBBS डॉक्टर होना ज़रूरी नहीं है, कोई और डॉक्टर होना ज़रूरी नहीं है. दिस इज़ योर राइट. तो अभी मैं कोई ब्रांड्स को एक्सपोज नहीं कर रहा. वी आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू गिव यू द बेसिक नॉलेज कि आप अगर मार्केट को जाओगे सो यू शुड बी अवेयर ऑफ व्हाट टू बाय एंड व्हाट नॉट टू बाय. इवन आई ग्रो अप ड्रिंकिंग दिस, बट जब मैं रिसर्च कर रहा था आई फाउंड आउट कि देयर आर थिंग्स इन दिस व्हिच आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. चेक करो ये. यू शुड ऑलवेज क्या बोलते, यू शुड नेवर गो ऑन दिस 3x मोर स्टैमिना क्लिनिकली प्रूवन. ठीक है, बट देन योर लिटरेसी इज डिफाइंड व्हेन यू गो बिहाइंड एंड यू रीड. लुक एट दैट. whenever you see the front label, also go on the back. Ingredients पढ़ो. Ingredients अगर समझ में नहीं आ रहे तो you have AI, you have Google image लो, वो क्या बोलते, search it. Ask AI to identify whether there is something which is not available or which is not human consumption के लिए appropriate है. If you are lazy. Okay, come here. अब यहाँ पे you have multiple spreads. Multiple spreads. So you think our ancestors used to eat this? It doesn't make any sense. Whenever you take this also, read 2x protein hai, low sugars, 50% low sugar. Go back and really check whether it has it or not. Ingredients mein. Read the ingredients carefully. ये 2x protein, low sugars, you have to go back always. और जिस किसी पे भी ingredient नहीं है, what does it show? Why is the company not transparent? Why is the brand not transparent? Doesn't make any sense, right? Even I grew up eating most of the spreads जो यहाँ पे है. I was addicted to chips. अब जब मैं ये देख रहा हूँ तो I only see poison, to be honest. So where should we start? Everybody is addicted to chips, especially kids. So we have different chips in the market right now. फिर से names नहीं ले रहा मैं, but it says कि no palm oil. खरीबा, full खरीबा. It says कि no palm oil. It says no 100% rice bran oil. फिर बोल रहे कि 60% less fat. Go behind and check. Go behind and check what is it having. सबसे पहली चीज़ packaged item की is that कि how is it how is it being fresh even after being packed. I saw a video the other day. It was saying कि anything that is packed, why is it packed? क्यों वो fresh है इतने time तक? What is the reason? So when you're shifting from junk chips जो भी है to healthy chips you're supposed to even go back. मतलब पीछे जाके check करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Only on chips I can speak for, you know, I don't know, maybe ours. There are n number of things in the mall when you visit a mall, supermarket, जहाँ पे भी जाते, you know, which you have to see. ये भी एक famous चीज़ है ये. You know, kids cannot live without this. Especially आज के बच्चे. Cup syrup. Where from day one, okay, what you're consuming, what is it? You think के ancestors and, you know, our elders, they used to drink this just to have concentration या जो भी है. You need to do research. छोटे छोटे बच्चे एनर्जी के नाम पे एनर्जी ड्रिंक पी रहे हैं. What does that say? What does it do inside when it goes inside? कभी ingredients पढ़े, taurine जो भी है इसमें, you know, whatever is there, it should be in limited quantity. पहले limited quantity को रखो, फिर consumption जो हो रहा है उसकी quantity को compare करो. You will be blown away. Because I'm not here to show you what to drink, why to drink. I'm just here to make you aware. Awareness video है ये, कि you know, कि what we're putting inside, it reflects outside, you know. If you're putting in junk and shit inside, you would behave the same way. You will have bad thoughts, you will have negative thoughts, you will emit negative energy in the world. For example, juice के section में तो juice के बारे में बोलना चाहूँगा मैं. We have this juice over here, drink over here, not gonna take the name of the brand. It just says के vitamin D. That's it. Sugar कितना है इसमें? Let us have a look. Total sugar is 13 grams जो भी है per 100 ml. Added sugar is 12. तो ये 600 ml का जब juice है तो 600 ml into added sugar, what does that say? कि basically एक sugar drink है disguise में, flavors के disguise में. And the main, the center of the what do you say? The center of the juice जो जिस पे logo लगा हुआ है says with vitamin D. That's it. With vitamin D and huge number of sugar. वही same चीज़. Have a look on the side. Have a look on the side. You have nuts, peanuts, chia seeds. नहीं मालूम कौन से seeds है. It is all about choice. ये video awareness video का बस यही है. It is all about choice. You always have choice in life, whether it's your career, anything. जब nutrition की भी बात आ रही है, you have to be picky. You have to choose कि मैं मतलब seeds लूँ, जो भी seeds है यहाँ पे, ये मैं जाके you know vitamin D का juice लूँ जिसमें 10 times more sugar है जो मेरी body को required भी नहीं है. Now we'll go to the chocolate section क्योंकि cravings का section है. This is the main section. यहाँ पे मेरे को मज़ा आने वाला है बात करने में. Let's go. अभी ऐसे section में हम लोग cravings वाला section है. You know, we usually hear कि you know when girls or women they are on their periods, they have this cravings, sugar cravings बोलते हैं ना. आजकल बच्चों को भी हो रहा है. Why is it happening? That is the main question. Why is it happening? Because when you consume ये जो इसमें जो sugars है high, जो भी sugars के ingredients they're adding it, you get addicted to it, and then you keep consuming it. तो यहाँ पे भी I'm going to show option. You have options as इतना जो भी sugar है यहाँ पे sugar biscuit जो भी है, and then you have a section which is, I'm not saying that this is good या कुछ भी. This is a healthy section. मतलब you have out of everything here, this is the healthy section you can see. मगर इसमें भी you'll have to see the ingredients. कि you know, is the brand transparent? Is the brand transparent or no? बस जाके sugar का chocolate उठा के खा लिए. That has a lot of consequences. You know, that's why boys today are getting, you know, addicted. मतलब एक बार chocolate खाए, then next time they have to have that chocolate. This never used to happen, right? So when you enter ऐसा कोई भी section where you find a lot of things, you have to choose again. देखो protein bars है, you should go back and see. You should see the transparency. कि इस protein bar है तो what are they adding, right? ये पप्पू वाला केस हो जा रहा बच्चों का. So you have to be aware. I've taken something. Research करके लिया. Healthy चीज़ है. Protein bar है. कोई you know extra loaded sugar syrup वाला chocolate नहीं है. So we're living the aim of this video is के that's it. The aim of this video is to be aware of what you're consuming. You know, don't wait for any acne to flare up on your face या फिर कोई digestive issues होने की, you know, you go and start fixing up your diets. And then जब तुम ये करने जाते हैं ना, because I've went through all of this, you will be sold on some other diet, ये diet, वो diet. You know, this is your right. If you are snacking and you are into junk, you are transforming, shifting from junk to healthy, you still have to be aware. क्योंकि healthy सामने लिखा हुआ है, पीछे क्या है? So you still have to be aware of this. Short video था. I hope you know this message that I wanted to put it out is out. And see you in the next video. Never alone. Bye.
How should I put this into words? Because when I was doing my research, I found out that a lot of people are having youngsters our age, and even the teens, they're having a lot of hormonal imbalances, as you told, hormonal imbalances, various issues, blood-related issues, intestinal issues, gut-related, exactly to be precise, gut-related issues. It is because of not being aware of what to eat, what snack to eat, and what to consume. Do you think this is right? Like I'm sure you might have had clients with you who are going through a lot of, how should I say, a lot of problems which are directly linked to what they consume. So do you think there is a reason?
Yeah, it's mainly because things get delivered at your doorstep in next 5 minutes.
Exactly.
That's the main issue.
Yeah.
The time when I was I'm 29 years old. When I was maybe 15 or 14 years of age, I used to take money from my mom. Go out, walk to a
Yeah.
supermarket, see which one is most what saved my pocket money, and I used to buy that. So that has a process that you go out,
True,
you
true,
buy
true.
things. So there's some energy consumption in that. But when you are at your home, you're working, you do not have much to do, then you buy things and they are at your doorstep. That's how.
And one more thing to add here is that people are literally paying to die. You know, these junks and whatever they are paying for, whether it's a carbonated drink, it's a chips packet, it's chocolate at 12 a.m. or 1:30, 2:30 a.m. People are literally paying to die, right?
See, nowadays, what I understand is that it's there was a time when we used to teach people nutrition, and we used to teach people macros and micros and all of these things.
Mhm.
Now it's more about behavior teaching to people, because their behavior and the kind of consumerism people have now has completely changed,
True. Very true.
because the corporates have done that. So for example, if you buy food online, if you buy some groceries online, you buy things until it hits 200 rupees of cart, because that's the time when you get a free delivery.
Yeah, true.
So just to cover up that 80 rupees, 50%, 50 rupees, 60 rupees of cost, what you do, you buy extra junk which is not actually required for you.
True.
So what I personally do is that I take memberships, even if I'm buying online.
Mhm.
I take membership, let's say on a Zepto or on a Blinkit, you take a membership. The free delivery cart for you is just 100 rupees.
Yeah.
So what I do, I buy once in one cart, and whatever extra is left for me to buy, I buy it on the next day, so that I don't have to look for things and then end up buying junk.
Yeah, you don't have to look for things and just to fill up your cart, to get the free free delivery thing.
That's exactly what is happening. We are teaching behavior to people. That's strange. Being coaches, we are somebody who needs to teach knowledge about nutrition, but it's the behavior that needs to be trained in nowadays, coaching.
Right. So
Yeah.
the last and final question that I have for you, it sums up everything that we have discussed over here. Um, what do you think? As we're everything is changing. The lifestyle, the snacking, the snacking way, and busy people. Basically, I would like to talk about busy people. How can they benefit from what we're making this video? Like, is there any brand that you would like to suggest, to be precise, that we are not sponsored, you know we're just starting off. I'm just starting off, so how can I be sponsored? So I want to hear from someone who's expert in this field, that are there any brands which you would suggest for for anybody of any age, living in India, who can benefit, because people still now might be confused, they'll be like, oh, this is everything. People might not have time to, turn labels, keep on turning packets, keep on turning labels and reading. So is there any suggestion from your side related to any brand in the Indian market which people can, opt?
Definitely. So, brands that I would personally suggest for your snacking and your other kind of things is your Super U is a very huge brand that has come out right now.
Yeah,
So,
you're talking about the
Super
wafer brand.
yoga brand,
Yeah.
yoga bar. and you have this True Story. So these are three brands that are easily available for you. So, for example, if somebody who is a working professional who does not have much time to think of the snacking part of a good healthy nutrition, what they can basically do is they can take a protein bar from Yoga Bar, and they can have a cup of coffee. Coffee that's much better option than to go out in the office canteen and look for something which is junk actually.
True, very true.
So that is one. And the other supplements, in terms of supplements, if we look at protein supplements, I would suggest a brand called Natural Team.
Okay.
So this is a very pure German brand. I am taking the name German is because the German certification is very difficult to achieve.
True.
So if in India you take if a German product is brought to Indian product, they don't even check. They will directly give you your FSSAI certification because the German standards are so high.
Very high. True. The German standards, the
they,
German.
they don't allow you to even use artificial flavors. Leave the main ingredients. The flavors, even the flavors that they use are very, very natural. So Natural Teen is one brand that I would suggest. They have whey protein, they have their plant-based protein, a lot of multivitamins and all of that stuff. So it's a very good, very safe brand which has all the certifications, good practice of preparing materials and all of that. So it's an amazing brand that I would suggest.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sadiq Ameen, and it was an honor to have you here. The discussion was very short, but I hope we touched the ultimate topic that we had. How people are being scammed basically, and this is I would say a requirement of the hour, so that people should know what to consume and how to consume, how much to consume. So the knowledge, whatever has been discussed in this video, most from your side, I appreciate it. And I thank you again. Any final words from your side to the people who are watching?
I would just say that whatever nutrition that you're consuming on daily basis, be conscious about what you're eating. As a nutritionist, my primary advice would be that. So be conscious of what you're eating, and rather than looking for superfoods, fad diets, and what this Bollywood actor or actress is doing, is much better that you see कि मेरे घर के खाने में क्या चीज़ है भाई, मुझे देखना है कि मेरा nutrition from day till night, what I am eating, I need to understand that and improve in those portions. Basically, your protein, fats, and carbs. इसको कैसे improve करना है? You just have to look for those, and you are sorted for your nutrition.